Hi, Chief Master Clark here. Look at all this crap I've accumulated over the last 40 years about the martial arts business. You can start over here with a few plaques. You can see them, and you can see every single book you see up here is about how to run a martial arts school. It's no wonder with all this information that some of us are a little bit confused. Sometimes when I come in my resource room, I get confused too. Over 40 years of information of people making stuff up, some of them testing it and proving it. Wow. No wonder you're confused, because sometimes I get confused too. Follow me on around here. This is not all of it. There's a lot more stuff. So as you can see, this whole area here is full of different information too, even on around here. I figure almost $400,000 in money I've spent trying to find out exactly how to do this business. Well, you may have this much stuff too. You may have had 40 years. Or you might be a beginner. This is the first time you've been running your martial arts school. But I can tell you, if you don't have a model that takes you somewhere between $500,000 and $1 million a year with one school, you need to be here at the summit. I mean, because we can do our business, back up a little bit so I can get back over here. We can do our business a lot of ways. There's three things you can build when you run a martial arts school. One is you can build a great job. That's always possible. A lot of people have had their school and they got a good job, but the moment they're not there, it doesn't work. Like on your 20th anniversary, if you were to take your wife or your husband on a great month-long trip to Europe or to Asia, your school wouldn't work while you were gone. That means if you can't leave and still get paid the same amount and your school keep operating, what you've built is a job, and that's okay if that's what you like. For years, I loved just teaching martial arts to the students. Or you might have built a management position. That's where you might be working 10 or 20 hours a week. Your school still operates at a highly successful number. You're able to pay your instructors big money. And you can take off once in a while without too much damage. But still, if you took off a month, probably the production would go down. But you could build a great management position also. The last one is you could actually build residual income. When you come to the Jacksonville Summit, if you don't know how right now to build residual income, you need to be here. And the reason is simply because it's possible to build a great school that you oversee, that you go in and teach whenever you feel like it, but you also take 90 days off if you want to, and it still operates at 100% efficiency. It's about which model did you choose. And if you don't know which model you chose, you need to be here. Now the first thing is, why did I start this again? Because a lot of you senior people and you more expensive martial arts operators know that I used to do seminars all the time, sometimes as many as once a month, 5 years in a row. And people used to come to Jacksonville. I just kind of got tired of it, but the first thing that the new Grandmaster Enho Lee asked me when he became Grandmaster, within a month he said, I want you to start your seminar series up again. Well, I thought about that and all the work involved, and I decided, well, I'd like to help. He said, look, ATA needs to grow, and in these economic times, a lot of the instructors are struggling. And a lot of the most successful instructors are having to go back in their school themselves and do it all themselves in order to make ends meet. Well, there's a better way. And there's a way that you can come in and find out exactly how to run your school. And you can either have a job, you can have a job as the manager, or you can be residual income because you run a great single school. And if you want to run multiple units, of course, I don't think anybody knows more about it than what I do, because I've been running multiple units since the third year I was in business, way back in 1971 when I started. So with Grandmaster's encouragement and the rest of the Masters Council said, better you do it than us do it, this is why we have the Jacksonville Summit. An awful lot of you have responded and you've already signed up. I really thank you for that. I know it's going to be successful. But recently I decided, okay, let me tell you what we're really going to do. Besides learning how to build residual income if you want, let me just go over 10 things. And this is just a small piece of everything you're going to learn. First off, you won't need all this stuff anymore. You won't have to read in a magazine every month to find out what to do. You're really going to know the ins and outs, the nuts and bolts. And if you bring a manager when you leave, your production will double. If you bring an instructor with you, when you leave, they will teach fantastically. All you got to do is let us train your people. It will take 1 3-day weekend. And we won't be doing this in Las Vegas. We won't be doing it at the World Conference in Little Rock. We won't be doing it next year in Orlando. Right now, the Jacksonville Summit, launched 2012. Now the Mayans think the whole world's going to end in 2012. What I think is your new world's going to start in 2012, but only if you're here to get the information. Because you can't get this in a phone call, you can't get it through an email, you can't get it on the website. You've got to be here and experience it. This is the same boot camp we put our instructors through, our program directors, every single year. This is the exact same boot camp. We always put them together. So you're really going to be involved in our own staff training, and it's going to be the new model, how to maximize the old model. It's going to be how to maximize. Let me give you 10 reasons. Let me just look down here and number one, like I said, if you don't produce between $500,000 and $1 million in one school, you need to be here. If you don't know how to teach for 100% retention and manage your school for 100% retention, you need to be here. Because the teaching you're going to experience, and everybody, we're going to practice teaching and see exactly how it's done. You not only get the class planners, but you're going to get you can obtain the video of Master Von Schmeling teaching the classes. You'll get every single thing to know what he does in his schools and what I do in mine. And we are very, very successful at retaining people. Also teaching to, this is all part of number 2, is teaching for you to have 100% of your people that enjoy tournaments, go to the tournaments. We have a tournament series where 100% of your students can go to tournaments. Why? Because we know that people that compete stay longer, people that compete get better, people that compete enjoy the martial arts more. But they don't have to go anywhere to do it. You're going to get involved in all of that. You'll know how to run a tournament series in your school. That'll change the face of your school. Number 3, how to teach to upgrade 100% to leadership and CIT of all your A students. I don't mean 10%, 20%, 30%. I mean 100%. And number 3 also means if you don't know the difference between leadership and CIT, how to charge for each, how to schedule classes for each, and how to teach each, you need to be here. Number 4, how to set your prices in this new economy. A lot of people are confused. They think the economy's bad. They just got to lower their prices to the bottom. But then they're not profitable, so they don't know what to do about it. So if you don't know exactly the perfect price for this economy, you need to be here. And how to do it. There's going to be sales training all day long for program directors, teaching training almost all day long for instructors, everything from CI certification in Warrior X Fit if you don't have an adult program in your school, introduction to Krav Maga for the ATA's Krav Maga program, also how to teach Taekwondo so it's the most important thing in your community. Next, how to schedule for maximum retention and upgrades, because no matter how good you teach, if your schedule doesn't help you have retention and your schedule doesn't help you upgrade, you won't upgrade anybody. So all these things work. You need to have unity and harmony to make this thing work. And a brand new model, how to think about your business, because if you said, what will your school look like in 3 years, and you don't know exactly, then you don't know your model. But we have a brand new model to offer you that might open up your brain and let you think. Because there are people in our industry that work only a few hours a day, and their school operates at a maximum level. Midterm, a brand new midterm schedule. If you're not using it, if you're at the summer camps, you might have got some of it, but a brand new midterm schedule that goes over 36 months for you to know exactly what part of Protect to teach your black belts every single month and what to midterm on. That's a brand new, if you don't have one for 3 years, that you won't retain your black belts. And the way you retain your black belts is knowing what you're going to teach them every single month for the next 3 years. And we're going to give you that. Number 8, a new wrinkle to have 100% of your appointments show up. Because a lot of you make appointment and you hope. Or they call and schedule an appointment and you hope. Even though you confirm the calls, if we've taught you for a long time. But if you don't have 100% of your people showing up, you need to be here at the Jacksonville Summit. Number 9. ATA is building a brand new website. It's actually 4 of them if you have all 4 programs that we offer you. 4 brand new websites that will dominate your community. And those of you with multiple cities, with multiple schools in a city, ATA will be the only thing on the first 3 pages. You all need to be here. Because if not, you'll be left out. This is the only time ATA is willing to pay, looks like over $1,000 to have your websites designed, all 4 of them, all 4 of your landing pages, plus pay 3 months of service just to prove it works to the top guy that produces these websites in New York. So you're going to get brand new websites you've never seen before. Last thing is, I'm going to give you a 3-year financial program that will allow you to retire in 3 years. I'm going to show you how to do it. It requires 10 minutes of your time every day. That's it. And you'll be able to retire in 3 years or pay for your child's education. All of you that have a brand new child or somebody under 10 years old, raise your hand. Some of you didn't raise your hand. I know you have kids out there. But we're also going to show you how to do 10 minutes a day to totally pay for your child's education. Matter of fact, how to set your kids' retirement up right now in 3 years, be able to be financially independent. The biggest thing you got to ask, did I build a job? Did I build a management position? Or did I build residual income? What we're trying to do at the Jacksonville Summit is help ATA. We've always declared we are number one because we're the biggest. We are number one because we have the most black belts. But we are number one because we have the best darn instructors in the world. We are number one because they're all financially successful. And for those of you who called me and said, I can't afford to come to the summit, that means you have to be here. If you've already been working 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 20 years, and you can't afford to come to something as important as what Grandmaster called the Jacksonville Summit to launch the whole new ATA business systems, then you have to be here. No excuses. If you need to finance it, call us, we'll do it. If you can bring an instructor, you bring a program director, it's a less money for those people. Please, please, please make sure you understand the importance of this, because this is a brand new initiative. You got to decide if I'm going to build a job, I'm going to build myself a management position, I'm going to build myself a residual income, or maybe I'm going to build multiple schools. All of that will be covered here, and some stuff you've never seen before. Plus, like I said, we have 3 fantastic deals next year for nationwide deals with Groupon, with Living Social. They've guaranteed us for the brand new program, the ATA Krav Maga. They've guaranteed us that nationwide. They've guaranteed us, and if you don't have Krav Maga yet, you need to get here to train. And if you already have Krav, you get to get here to be part of this nationwide offers. Also, we have a kickboxing program if you're not certified. But if you are Warrior X-Fit certified, you definitely need to be here, see the brand new sales systems. We used X-Fit in the past just to upgrade our students, but now we're filling our schools with adults that also have children that they're now bringing into the schools. So everything has changed so dramatically since the last time I've done one of these seminars. You really take my word for it. If you believe me or the Master's Counselor or Grandmaster Inholi, if you really believe in your own future and you know you want to be the most successful instructor in your community, be here, be here. You've got to be here.